Meadows with a wide open three from the right side and buries it. 5-2. The Mavericks take their first lead of the night with just over 6 minutes to play in the first quarter, and it'll be Karis Trump with the ball. She feeds down low to Tufts. Tufts thought she had a shot there, but Hill
shot was wide open.
Don't know if Hill closed out on her and she saw her coming or just didn't feel like she was in a good spot, but she kicked that back out, and it's going to be to Karis Trump now. A feed pass in to Martin, back out to Trump. And Trump with a long three, misses everything, and it's going to go out of bounds. Be coming back to the Mavericks. We're going to get a substitution here.
I think Tufts was wanting, Martin was wanting to get that ball down low and kick it right back out the first time. That's why she passed up that shot.
Looks like they've just brought Abby Greer in. Greer listed as an 8th grader. And there's Meadows with another three. Leaves it off the front rim. Can't get it to go. And it's going to be brought down by Hill. Puts up a shot. No good. Gets her own rebound and fouled in the process of the second shot. And with 5:34 in the first quarter, Hill will be walking to the line for two.
Yeah, there's not a lot. I don't see one player out there at Mercer Christian put up there down low against Hill is going to give her problems in terms of breach. She missed her first free throw or dings off the rim.
Second shot on the way from Hill and finds that one. So 6-2 now. Mavericks control.
Unusual. We're not seeing any pressure from James Monroe on inbounds passes, but we're seeing steady pressure from Mercer Christian on inbound passes.
Botts drives the lane, gets a shot up, can't get it to go. Rebound's going to be knocked out, and they're going to say last touch was by Greer. And we're going to get another sub in. They're going to get Bailey Martin right back in this game for Tufts.
They're going to pressure the inbounds pass again here. They pressure every inbounds pass off a score or a miss.
Get the ball to Maggie in the corner. She's able to work back to the middle, finds Meadows open, but that ball's tipped. Meadows just lets it go out of bounds, and they'll set up an inbound pass from the sideline. No pressure coming from this. Just going to hand it over to Borowski. Borowski gets the ball over to Dunlap, finds Meadows inside. She gives up her dribble, spin, and looking for some help. Finds Borowski. Borowski back out to Meadows. Meadows with a long two straight away and got it. Mary Beth Meadows finding her stroke here early tonight. She had a three earlier, and that one's 5 of the Maverick, 8 points. And it's 8-2. Botts to bring the ball across the timeline. Finds Trump. Should be guarded there by Borowski. Back up top to Martin. Martin with a long two and count it.
Yeah, design play there. So a little screen there right on the free throw line.
To Borowski. Borowski breaks the press up to Dunlap. Ava gets her shot up. Can't get it to go. Rebound brought down by Karis Trump and stolen away by Dunlap, and she scores. So Dunlap followed up that shot. Didn't give up on the rebound. Was able to poke that ball away right underneath and get the two. Botts will bring the ball over the timeline. It's going to be picked up by Meadows right there. Drives to the left side. Tries to get a pass over to Greer. And Greer can't handle it. A little close when it threw that bounce pass, and it trickles out of bounds.
At least a little bit of difference. The last game I saw, the only game I've seen this year was Mount View against James Monroe. And no difference at all. Everything else being equal, you can tell that this is a well-coached team, Mercer Christian Academy.
Meadows drives the lane, can't get the shot to go, and we're going to end up with it out of bounds. They're going to say that was poked away by Aaliyah Hill, I believe, so it's going to stay on, coming back to the side with the Cavaliers.
Had these coaches been coaching Mount View, it would have been a much more competitive ball game. And I'll leave that one right there where it landed.
It's going to be Trump with the ball. Gets a screen on Borowski and puts up a three and just drills it. So that's going to cut things close now, 10-7. Come back and the ball loose, and it's going to go out of bounds, and that's a turnover to the Mavericks.
Trying to pass it along behind Greer's back there, and maybe a blocking foul there on 12.
And it is going to be a turnover on the offensive foul. It'll be Maya Dunlap to throw in, gets it over to Borowski. No pressure here. Cavaliers have dropped back in, looks like a 2-3 zone. Dunlap with the ball on the right wing. She works against Kaylee Trump. Pass into Hill, who can't handle it, and that ball's going to be taken away by Tufts. Still heavy pressure here, and we're going to get a timeout to get away from that pressure from the Cavaliers. So 3:10 to play in the first quarter. Mavericks ahead by 3, 10-7. Been a competitive game so far, kind of what we expected coming into this.
Yeah, just a little bit. James Monroe's known for their pressure on the ball all the time, is really slack back, only pressured one inbounds pass, I do believe. And the slack back in playing a tight man defense and some zone. Mercer Christian pressured every inbound play, which James Monroe's never really had much trouble breaking those type press situations. However, what I've not seen them do is be able to break through it and get the easy layup on the other side. This is a well-controlled press from Mercer Christian. They're not going to get beat on overcommitting to trying to snag an easy turnover.
Some of James Monroe's most successful offensive nights have started on the defensive end this year, leading into the fast break. And this is a team in Mercer Christian who's taken pretty good care of the ball tonight. We haven't seen a lot of those fast break opportunities. With that, we have Abby Mathis getting ready to check in for the first time. We'll have her on the next dead ball. And Trump with another three. That's off the front of the rim. Can't get it to go. Saved from the out of bounds. It's going to go to Botts. Botts drives in, goes back to Martin. Now over to Greer. And Greer's going to try to pass it back out, and it's tracked down just before it goes out of bounds by Martin. She's going to be trapped there in the corner, and that's stolen away and ends up back with the Cavaliers to Botts. Mary Beth Meadows took that ball away, and Botts was able to find it on the backside as it rolled around. Now Kayla Trump works on that end. That's going to be stolen away by Dunlap. Dunlap up front looking for somebody. Has Meadows. She's going to drive in all the way herself. Can't get the shot to go, but it'll be a foul, and she'll be going to the line for two.
And she really didn't want to commit to that layup, and by the time she did, she was just maybe a step or two closer to the basket than she wanted to be.
Yeah, I believe she was looking for Borowski, and Borowski was coming down the left side, but there was a defender between the two. Shot on the way for Dunlap and got it.
I keep harping about coaching, but that's a Mercer Christian prevented that from being an easy layup by defending the lanes, by filling the lanes with defenders. Things like that, you don't show up. Obviously, she's going to get 2 points and a foul out of it, but.
Shot on the way and got it too. Two good-looking shots for Ava Dunlap, and she has 4 points here in this first quarter. It's the first time we've seen Abby Mathis in this game. Her and Leah Hill have gone back and forth, starting different games, kind of just a game plan kind of thing, but she's going to be a big presence down low. I don't know who Mercer Christian has going to be able to answer her in the post. And that ball stolen away. That's Maya Dunlap. She's going to drive into the left side. Layup. Too strong. Can't get it to go. Knocked away by Borowski, but it's going to be controlled by Karis Trump, and she'll come down the right side. So we talked about it a minute ago. Now we've seen a couple of fast breaks. Mavericks just haven't been able to cash in on that end. And shot put up, I believe. Was that Martin who got that up and scored?
Just a really beautiful pass there as Mavericks drove across the end line.
12-9 here. Mavericks with a 3-point lead. And the pass to Meadows. She's going to get a mid-range jump shot up and dribbles around and drops. So 14-9. Got the shooter's bounce on that initially off that rim. I thought it was going to kick away.
Those fundamentals do pay off. The rotation of the ball just rattled right back in the cylinder.
Ball over to Kaylee Trump. She's on the right side wing. Faces Borowski. Now she's going to put it on the ground. Go off the dribble. I think she's looking for a screen from Boss. Now she's going to try to throw it back, but it's taken away. Was somebody get a handle on that? Because it was tipped way up in the air. And it goes to Meadows, and now it's tipped away from Meadows, and it's going to be controlled by Trump. She drives the lane, and she's going to get a foul on this end on the floor against Borowski.
Yeah, well, Maggie's is always putting just a little bit too much body on people. But getting back to the ball that was tipped there, it was Borowski that tipped the ball up in there, which created the original turnover. This team still haven't learned yet that you cannot pass the ball whenever she's facing you. She will create problems.
Long pass into Trump. Now back to the younger Trump in the corner. Now at Botts. Botts tries to get a pass to Martin, and that's too high. And Martin, trying to save it, slaps it out of bounds. So if there was any doubt on the last touch.
I believe that pass was interfered with as well. Because it would be over Botts' head.
It's a long Maverick team. They're active on defense. It's hard to get the ball into space. And it's tipped away again by Trump. Lines up with the older Trump. Tried to get that into Meadows. And talk about long arms and active on defense. You're seeing it from Mercer Christian as well. They score 11-14 now. Mavericks with a 3-point lead and about 30 seconds to play in the quarter.
Very unselfish. Another beautiful pass there.
Borowski with the ball on the left wing. Thought about the three. Now it's going to go all the way across to Dunlap. Three in the air. Off the back rim. Can't get it. Long rebound out goes to Mercer Christian, but they're going to be trapped in the corner, and we're going to get a jump ball. That'll be possession arrow back to James Monroe, able to steal a possession there on the long rebound. So 14.8 to play in the first quarter. Mavericks have an opportunity here with a 3-point lead to get the last shot. David Dunlap with the ball, slaps it, looking for somebody, gets it into Borowski. Borowski has to wrestle that away, gets a shot up from underneath and can't get the angle. Long pass up to Trump. She's going to drive into the baseline, guarded there by Meadows. Tries to get a pass down low, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds. 3 seconds to go, and I believe it's going to stay with the Cavaliers.
That was not the shot that James Monroe wanted there off that inbounds play. Sure there'll be words will be had about that.
Long pass comes into Kaylee Trump. She gets the three up and can't get it. It's going to be the end of the quarter. So Mavericks able to maintain this 3-point lead, 14-11. And that comes on 5 points from Meadows, 4 points from Dunlap. We're going to take a quick break and be right back for the second quarter.
Okay, we're coming back.
During the break there, I took just a second to look and see. There's not a single Mercer Christian player that averages more than 4.8 assists per game. Kaylee Trump has 3 assists in the first quarter.
Make a correction to those stats I gave right before the break as well. Mary Beth Meadows actually with 7 points. Give her credit for that jump shot she hit there toward the end of the quarter. So 14 half have come from MB. Tight game to this point. The Mavericks are used to being in some tight games over the past couple of weeks, but a couple of heartbreaking losses. One by 3 to Nicholas County, one by 1. That was to Mingo Central. So looking to be on the right side of a close game here tonight. And we'll have an inbound. It'll be Cavalier ball, and Trump will pass in to Botts. Botts walks over midcourt and will be picked up there by Meadows. Comes to the left side to Martin. Martin guarded closely by the freshman Dunlap. Comes back to the top to Karis Trump. Trump backs out and gives to Botts. Botts drives to the left side. Looking to get something going underneath and just can't get anything in on this Maverick defense. They're going to go over to Karis Trump, 3 in the air. Long rebound out to Borowski. Borowski's up in front of everybody. Gets a pass up to Meadows. Meadows up and in. And it's 2 more for Mary Beth, and the Mavericks extend to a 5-point lead.
I was really hoping for a dunk right there. That was perfect.
Kaylee Trump works over to the younger Trump, and now to Botts at the top of the key. Botts will set up the offense there and comes back to Karis on this side. Now to Kaylee. She's going to get to the foul line. Pass over to Botts. Botts with a jump shot and got it. Nice pass there from Kaylee Trump, and it was what you were talking about just a minute ago, Jamie.
It's yeah, and she knows the defense is going to collapse on her because she appears to be quite the machine, and when that happens, there's going to be at least one other player that's out there that's not being defended.
Rossi's going to get a long 2 in the air. Too strong, but it's going to be tracked down by Mathis. Mathis passed back out to Ava Dunlap. She's going to go to Meadows. Meadows gets a long 2 in the air, and that one's strong. Rebounded by Mathis. Mathis just going to put it back up. Can't get the shot to go, and the Cavaliers will finally come out of there with a rebound, and they're going to get it up to Botts. Botts driving the left side all the way to the rim, and where are you going to get a foul call? I think they're going to get Maya Dunlap on that.
Yeah, but
or no, it's going to be Ava Dunlap. Sorry.
Ref's pretty close on on that hip-to-hip contact there when people are moving with the ball. When she did pull up there, she did manage to travel, but at that point it's too late. The foul had already been committed.
Trump with a three. Can't get that one to go. That was a quick shot, and it's out of bounds, and they're going to say that's out on Dunlap, and it'll stay with the Cavaliers.
Her three-pointers, her jump shots, she kicks her right leg out. I was dead straight in front of her when she jumps.
Pass into Botts. Straightaway shot. Can't get it. Long rebound. Out. Now Botts has it again. Feeds a pass inside to Tufts and can't get that one to go, and it's finally knocked out of bounds and will come back to the Mavericks.
Talking about really selling out a head and shoulders fake there. She certainly did.
Borowski has the ball on a three-point lead. DeMetas inside to Hill. Hill turns, shot up, can't get it to go. Rebound brought down by Dunlap. Dunlap's shot rejected, gets her own rebound, and is able to maneuver herself around under a double team and get the next shot up for the points, 18-13 now off the two-pointer from Dunlap. Christian with the ball and work it over to Kaylee Trump. She's guarded tight by Borowski. Now she gets inside the baseline. Gets it back out to Karras. Karras is going to work into the corner. Now gives it up, and that's taken away. Borowski with the steal. She's out in front, has Trump ahead, and loses the dribble. Trump's able to get a hand on it, and it's a scrum on the ground, and Mercer Christian's going to come away with it. So heady defense there from Kaylee Trump, but she's able to get out in front and get a hand on that dribble as Borowski goes by. Tufts with the ball. She works it up into the corner. There's going to be a trap there by Hill, and we're going to get a jump ball, and that will be back to the Mavericks again. Arrow changed with the change in the quarter.
And Mercer Christian has done as good as a team can do defending James Rowe's fast break. And some of these, beginning to wonder if James Rowe would be better just to pull the ball back, set their offense up, and felt like it was a.
Meadows with the three from the left side. It's the back iron, can't get it, and a rebound tipped around. And they're going to say last touch by the Mavericks. A whole slew of jerseys in there.
The only people between the ball, the James Monroe player, and the out-of-bounds line were Mercer Christian players. I'm not sure how that ball managed to get through both of them without touching something.
Botts has control, dribbles to the right side, picked up there by Meadows. Going to get a screen, now works the ball back out to Karras Trump. She's going to come all the way back around to the left side. Going to hand back off to Botts. Botts to the top of the key.
No rotation going on in the post players from there we go.
Botts is looking for some movement. Now she's going to drive past the defense. Hill gets a shot, or Hill gets her hand on that and takes it away. Hands off to Meadows. Meadows going to drive, kicks out to Borowski. I think that's a three, but leaves it short, and the rebound brought down by Cavaliers. I'm not sure if that was a three or a long two. I couldn't see her feet, and just into the lane, and there's Aaliyah Hill again with the takeaway.
It had to have been a travel if it wasn't just an out-and-out steal there at that one.
Hill looked like she played football right there, just ripping the ball out of their hands a couple times down the court. Dunlap with the ball to Meadows, all the way to Borowski. A long two from the left side. Bounce, can't get it to go. Rebound brought down by the freshman. It's Maya Dunlap back out to Meadows. Meadows pushes up a long three. Got the back iron on that. Can't find the bottom. Steal by Borowski. Not able to get it past half court is Trump up to Hill. Hill can't get the layup to go. Just in a hurry. And almost a blocked shot there for Borowski, but she's able to pass it over to Hill. Hill can't get the jump shot to go. And we're going back on this end after a dry offensive possession and a rejection at the hoop by Meadows, and that's against Bailey Martin. That's going to be out of bounds.
That's a good thing because I think that last possession from James Rhodes, it certainly didn't help their stat book in any category, except for maybe defensive or offensive rebounds. I'm sorry.
Trump with a three and got it. It's going to bring them within two, 16-18 now with 3:13 to play in the half. Quick moving first half of action here. That is with the ball. Not a lot of fouls in this half at all. Ball tipped, but it's going to be brought down by Dunlap. Dunlap drives right side, gets a shot up underneath. And just can't buy a shot under there. That thing rolled everywhere but in, and it's up to Botts. Botts finds Trump, now down to Kaylee Trump. She drives the lane, loses the handle. They're going to say last touch James Monroe. We'll have a Cavalier inbound underneath their own basket for 2:45 to play in the half. pass into Martin, gets a shot up and ties the game on the inbound play. 18-18 now, 2.5 to play. And the Mavericks have watched this lead evaporate over the second quarter. To Borowski. Now Borowski comes back, finds Dunlap. Back into Borowski, wide open underneath and scores. Good play set up there. She gave it to Ava Dunlap, and Dunlap immediately tipped it back into the lane to her, and she had a wide open look.
Yeah, they stretched the defense out there just enough to open up a.
And thrown away on this end by Karis Trump, and it's going to come back to the Mavericks.
Opened up a nice, comfortable lane there down the middle for Maggie that time.
We're going to get a timeout. Looks like it's going to be a full timeout. We're going to take a quick break and be right back on the other end of this one.
We're back at 8.
What's that? Oh, look. All right, timeout. About 10 seconds left, and we're back here.
It's uncharacteristic for James Monroe, and part of the reason why the score is what it is. They've not converted, maybe have gotten 6 points off of all the fast break opportunities that they've had there. There's a lot of missed shots, a lot of turnovers, and that's uncharacteristic for James Monroe. But what it does show is that the Mercer Christian Academy is not a surprise to them that James Monroe runs that fast break and relies on it.
Yeah, credit the Cavalier defense on that. They have enough speed to keep up with the Mavericks and get down there and contest some of those shots that you're usually much more open. It's going to be Maverick ball here as Borowski takes it, crosses the timeline. Just about 2 minutes left in the half. Mavericks with a 2-point lead. And it's going to be Dunlap with the ball. Goes back to Meadows. Looked inside to Mathis, but couldn't find it. Now works all the way across to Borowski. Borowski going to get a contested shot up. Somebody got a hand on that. Not able to get it to go. Now it's loose, and it's going to be tracked down by Greer. We're working against some moderate pressure here from the Maverick defense. And she'll come across the timeline. 1:38 to play in the second half. Or first half, sorry. Ava Dunlap has the defense, and it's taken away by Meadows, and it's going to be tied up underneath, and it'll be a jump ball. Arrow points back to the Cavaliers, and we're going to get Hill come in. She'll probably come in for Mathis, and she will.
That soft pressure, James Bruce had their pass on several of the Mercer Christian bringing the ball down. They're trying to attempt to do anything with in terms of turnover. And it's going to be another jump ball.
Yeah, and they had Botts come around. She was wide open, but the pass came in a little hot, and she couldn't handle it. And that gave the Maverick defense time to get in there and tie that up.
The only thing James Bruce trying to do with that pressure is throw them out of their time and, not get them to get the ball down there until they have their defense well and truly set.
Borowski gets a pass over. Now back to her in the corner. Shot up, can't get it to go. Rebound underneath by Hill, and she scores. Offensive rebound for the Maverick, and it converts to points.
That's what a lead will do for you.
A minute to go. Mavericks with a 4-point lead. It's going to be Botts working against tight defense here from the Mavericks. Point guard, Mary Beth Meadows. Tight enough to where they're going to have to call a timeout on this end because they were working that 5 seconds.
That's what I was going to say. Very close to 5-second call there.
(22-18). This is just a half of a timeout, so 30 seconds.
We're going in here at halftime. Looking at scored 22-18 right now, and no real foul trouble to speak of. I think Maggie's got 2 fouls, which is pretty much normal. Nobody else I can think of has got more than one. I think one of the Dunlap girls has one, maybe both of them.
Yeah, here's the thing I'm watching. Mavericks with this 4-point lead, 22-18. But to this point, Mavericks leading scorer, Maggie Borowski, is being held to 2.
Well, I think a lot of that's going to come from the problems that they've caused that fast break. You know, Maggie does get a lot of her points from that fast break.
Borowski averaging about 20, so we'll see if she's able to find some looks. And like you said, some of that is just the Cavaliers' ability to stop the fast break. We're going to have a foul on this end. Is that against Borowski?
I believe it's going to be on Dunlap. I believe it's going to be on
Dunlap.
Ava.
Maybe Ava's second. We'll see when they get it up on the board for sure. Only the second team foul for the Mavericks. Nothing for the Cavaliers. And Borowski's going to come out. It's the second on her.
It is Maggie.
Just the second, though. She'll be out for this 30 seconds. As they Trump with the ball. This looks like they're looking for the last shot. But instead, she's going to drive in, take the shot quick, and can't get it to go. Rebound brought down by Maya Dunlap. Dunlap quick across the timeline. Fast break up to her sister, Ava. Shot up and rolls around, but brought down by Maya on this side. Back out to Meadows. Meadows with the jump shot mid-range, leaves it short. 14 seconds to go, and we're going to have a tie-up from Riley Jackson, who's fresh into this game. It'll be an arrow pointing back to Mercer Christian.
Straight off the bench, straight into a jump ball situation. It's surprising for James Monroe player to do that, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Riley Jackson, pretty feisty when she comes off this bench early in the season so far. No shocker there. She's found her way into the mix. Freshman getting some time here in a big varsity game.
We got an injury timeout. There's
maybe a contact?
I think somebody maybe leaking a little bit there, maybe.
Okay, maybe a cut there on the fingernail. Looks like they're looking at the tip of her finger. They're going to get that wrapped up, and she'll be right back in here.
Yeah, that would be number 21, Greer, for Mercer Christian.
And it's going to be Nestor into the game. Her first minutes here, and she's going to have the ball in her hand for the inbound and finds Trump. Trump tightly guarded, has to get it up to Botts. Botts crosses the timeline, gets a pass over to Karras. 3 in the air, short. Gets it over to Hill. 2 seconds to go, up to Mary Beth. Shot in the air and just offline. Can't get it to go. But the Mavericks able to hold on to that 4-point lead. Actually built the lead in the second half after the Cavaliers were able to catch up. It was a 3-point lead going into the second. It's a 4-point lead now going into halftime. Meadows leads the team with 9. Nagy just with 2. Ava Dunlap's got 4. Hill has 3. And
2-on-2 and can come away with the first opportunity to score or an easy putback. They're not getting at this particular game thus far. I'd like to see them start pulling some of those more contested fast breaks back and just settle into their offense.
Yeah, we've seen them run a few set offensive plays, and they've been pretty successful on those. But we will see what adjustments are made here at halftime. It is 22-18 at the break, and we will be back for the second half after this. right, we're back. About 2 minutes to go until we get back to the second half. Look at the stats again. It's Mary Beth Meadows with 9. Borowski has 2. Ava Dunlap with 4. Maya Dunlap with 4. And Aaliyah Hill has 3. That gives the Mavericks a 22-18 lead over the visiting Cavaliers. Jamie, what did you see in that first half?
Pretty much nothing I haven't spoken on before. I would like to see James Monroe utilize a little more judgment on trying to force some of those fast breaks. You know, teams past, they wouldn't have any problem forcing that fast break through when the numbers may not be, in their favor. And they've not had that. They've not had that good fortune in this game. I'd like to see them pull back some of those. They've got the lead. Why not use a little bit more of that clock and shoot they're shooting 40% from the field as a team. They're not shooting 40% as a field on the fast break tonight, more like 20 or 30%. So why not pull that back and look for a little higher percentage shot, preferably not something from beyond the arc, because as a team from three-point land, they don't have anybody shooting over 30%.
Yeah, Mavericks only found success from 3 one time tonight. It was Mary Beth on that first attempt.
And they're as a team, they're only shooting 20-some% from behind the arc. So, the high percentage shot that is usually the fast break, is not so much tonight. So why don't we pull that back and run our offense, set some screens, do some give and goes, and see if something doesn't open up down on the blocks or cutting through the paint from the free throw load down, because they've had some good success with that whenever they've done it thus far.
Yeah, experienced coaching staffs here on both sides tonight. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments they're going to come out with. It'll be Cavalier ball to start, and we are underway. They'll hand off to Karis Trump. She finds Botts. Botts into the right side. Thought about that jumper there. He'll closed out. She's going to hand back to Trump. 3 in the air and got it straight away. Cuts it to a 1-point Maverick lead.
That pretty much set from the locker room, that one was.
Long 2 up from Ava Dunlap. Rebound brought down by Borowski. Can't get it to go. Rebound Borowski again. Next shot up and good.
Haven't seen Maggie get many rebounds down low.
Putting in some work right there in front of the basket and able to cash in. Gets it back to a 3-point lead. And a steal by Borowski. She's ahead of everybody. We're talking about that fast break. And there it is. 2 more for Borowski. She's got 4 in the quarter.
Now that fast break, I don't have a problem with. it's the more contested ones that I wish they would pull back on.
Botts goes to Martin. Poked away. We'll see. She's able to track it down. And gets it back to the top of the key to Botts, who's guarded by the junior Dunlap.
And already going to set up a screen, try to load up this right side here.
And went away from it, back to the left side to Karis Trump. She comes to the top of the key, gets a screen there from Kaylee, shot in the air and got it. That's the second 3 here of the quarter for the Cavaliers, and it brings it 24-26.
Both by her, right? Or her sister?
I believe the first one was Kaylee. So when there's an entry pass from Ava Dunlap down to Hill. Hill turns and gets the shot up off glass and good, builds it back to a 4-point lead now. Credit Hill with 2 points. And there's Karis Trump with a up and oopsie-doop and able to get a shot up. Can't get to go. Ball knocked away, and now it's on the ground. Oh, they're going to say foul against Maya Dunlap. She had come down with the rebound, tried to get a little bit of a wild pass away, and Cavaliers able to get a handle on that in possession and led to the foul. No foul trouble really for the Mavericks. Borowski has 2, and that's the most on the team, as that's the first for Maya Dunlap. And there's Aaliyah Hill stepping in front of a pass and knocking it away, but a turnover right back to the Cavaliers as she tried to get the ball back out to get down the court. Over to Botts. Botts with a scoop layup. Can't get it to go. Rebound tipped away by Hill and over to Borowski. And, a pass to Meadows. Low, hits the top of her foot, bounces straight up in the air and back into the hands of the Cavaliers.
And James Rose's passing game has not been on point as it usually is. beginning of the second half. And Mercer Christian is feasting off of it.
Bott works over to Kaylee Trump. Trump into the lane, shot up, rolls around, can't get it to go. Rebound brought down by Hill. She gets it over to Maya Dunlap, and Dunlap will push it across midcourt. She's going to drive all the way in. Shot from the left side, too strong. I think Karis Trump might have disrupted that. Got a hand on it as it went up. She had to go real strong, and it bounced well away off the backboard.
Yeah, she just carried a little bit too much steam in there.
Kaylee Trump's going to be guarded closely by Eva Dunlap, and there's Meadows comes in and just kicks her pocket. Never saw her coming, and she's going to drive in for the layup and got it.
Yeah, everybody, the Mercer Christian, everybody, the bench over there saw that coming about 3 steps away.
Yeah,
it was just,
Dunlap was, and a trip there. Just got their feet tied up,
yeah.
And Mary Beth's going to help Botts up, and we're going to get the foul on Meadows.
She was actually, they were actually creating separation there whenever their feet, they were actually creating some distance between the two whenever that happens. Unfortunate.
He'll come out for a break because she's been working hard on those rebounds underneath. Pass comes in to Botts.
Yeah, it's tiresome down low. There's a lot more to it than just jumping up and grabbing the ball. You've got to put yourself in a position to do that to start with. It's tiresome.
Botts tries to get a lane. Now she's going to have to go back out to Karis Trump. And back to Botts to set things up. Botts, just a freshman. They've had the ball in her hand a lot tonight to run through in this offense. And gets a wild shot up. Not able to get it to go. Rebound brought down by Mathis, and she finds Borowski. Borowski will push it down the court. They've got 3-on-2 up here, so she's going to slow things down and let the offense catch up. But it's Meadows driving, and they're going to say she took an extra step before she got that shot up. Didn't go regardless.
There's a good opportunity there to pick up the trailer on that.
And Ava Dunlap's going to poke that ball away from Botts, but it'll be last touch Mavericks. Stays here with blue. 4:25 to play in the third quarter. Mavericks have a 6-point lead. I believe 7 is the biggest lead of the game. So, and over to Martin. Martin drives, gets a shot up in front of Mathis, and they're going to call the foul.
Block. I believe that's what they're going to call.
Yeah, they're going to call the blocking foul down low. It's going to be 2 shots coming forward. Bailey Martin.
I haven't seen a lot of free throws by either team, but especially Mercer Christian.
That's the first foul on Mathis, and the first foul shot is left short. Second one on the way and got it to go. And that brings it to a 5-point game, 30-25. Borowski to Meadows. Meadows guarded by Botts, well away from the basket. Going to pick up a screen from Borowski. Gets it back inside, tries to go to Mathis, but that ball's going to be taken away by Martin. Martin under some heavy pressure here from Borowski, and she's able to break the press to Botts. Gets a pass inside to Tufts and rejected underneath by Mathis, and they're going to call another foul. And I believe we're going to have Tufts going to the line for 2. That'll be the second foul on Abby Mathis in about the past 20 seconds.
Yeah, we just don't want to see her with 3, much less 4 fouls.
Shot on the way, and it rolls out. Won't go.
Due to her presence down low defensively.
Shot up and can't get that one to go. That thing was almost to the bottom of the net when it popped back out. Defying gravity and physics all together, and it's to Borowski. Borowski works against Trump. Heavy defense, hands off to Meadows. Now going to come to the left side, has an open lane, drives in, can't get the shot to go. Brought down by Mathis, and Mathis is able to score on the left-handed look.
That's why I don't want to see Mathis with another foul called on her. Things like that she does right there under the basket is critical to James Monroe in any sort of close-ish type game such as this.
7-point lead, I believe, ties the largest lead of the game for the Mavericks, and it'll be Botts with the ball and just being pestered by Borowski. Gets it to Trump, back over to Martin. Martin with a scoop layup, and that thing almost popped back out, but it finds a way in.
I tell you, you're talking about the defense that Maggie was playing.
Pass up to Dunlap. Has to try to save it, and it gets it back out to Borowski, and we're going to have a foul right there. That was Tufts who went over the top trying to go after the ball.
Yeah, the momentum kind of carried her through there. Get back to Maggie's defense. Last year, she would have fouled somebody in that situation. She's matured and is playing much more with her head instead of her heart. Every defensive play doesn't have to be a rock-solid stop for her. She realizes that now.
Hill back into the game now for Mathis, and they'll get it to Meadows. Meadows going to find Ava Dunlap, 3 in the air, short, rebound, bounced around, still loose, and it's finally going to be brought out by Abby Greer. Greer gets it up to Trump, finds Botts. Botts gets the shot up, leaves it short, rebound, just swipe that and can't bring it down is Dunlap. Now a rebound by Greer, who just put a shot up behind her back. Can't get that to go, but it's to Botts, and now it's going to be a tie-up underneath, and there's Aaliyah Hill finding her way to the ball again, and it'll be Mavericks on the arrow. It's a quick-moving game.
Tell you, Ella Botts sure doesn't play like a freshman.
We're almost into the fourth quarter. This game just about an hour deep. Hour and 10 minutes or so. Actually, what time it is? Actually, only about an hour, not even an hour. Over to Hill. Hill gets a shot up, and that's going to be blocked by Kaylee Trump. She brings down with it, tries to get a pass up to Botts, and it's long and out of bounds and coming back to the Mavericks.
I was waiting to see the flag come out for pass interference there, but
yeah.
Good defense downfield by Mary Beth Meadows. Gets it up to Ava Dunlap into Mary Beth. Mary Beth drives in, gets a shot up, and just a little bit too far under the basket. And we're going to get a foul on the back. Oh, no, a travel violation. They're going to call that instead of the contact.
There was contact, definitely, but I believe the steps were already taken at that point.
Dunlap slaps the ball, looks for somebody to pass to, finds her sister Maya over to Mary Beth, 3 in the air, and can't get it to come down. Ball loose, and they're finally going to scoop it out to Kaylee Trump. It was Karras who was able to get a handle on it. Down to Botts. Botts drives in, shot up, no good, foul. Mary Beth Meadows, and it's going to be Botts heading to the line.
Seem to be getting a little more scrappy out there.
Yeah,
yes.
Past 2 possessions, there's been a lot going on at the Jackson Road basket when these changes in possession are occurring, but between both teams.
Freshman's first shot up and good. Cuts it to a 4-point lead.
They're both teams. Mercer Christian come out of the ball both times. They're really displaying quality hands. Quality hands. A lot of good motor skills in those hands there. Soft touches with the ball and so forth.
Ella Botts able to get the second one, 2 for 2 on the trip. Now it's down to Meadows. Meadows is going to get a shot up, hard foul as she goes down. I think they're going to get Karras Trump on that one. And that's going to send Mary Beth to the line. Something to look at for the next minute and a half. The Mavericks are into the bonus now. There'll be 2 shots the rest of the way on any foul committed by the Mavericks.
When you're only working with a 3-point lead here, that's a good thing to have.
Shot up and good.
Now, noticing Meadows here, she keeps kind of getting herself underneath the backboard there to where she just keeps shooting to the base of the rim. So she probably needs to find a way to come out of there.
Got them both, yeah. Yeah, just positioning underneath that basket. Now, Karras Trump, we're going to get some contact there. No whistle will play on.
Multiple screens there.
And it's going to go to Botts. Now back out to Greer. Greer goes to Karras Trump. Trump looks into the corner, finds Martin Long, 2 in the air. Rebound brought down by Greer. We're going to have a foul. Oh, I think it's going to be the third on Borowski. Mavericks getting into a little bit of foul trouble here.
She just made that couple of inches move towards the basketball there as it's coming into her possession. And
we got Mathis getting ready to come in after the shot. Here's first shot on the way, can't get it.
And Mercer Christian players astute enough to see that she's coming, throw up some sort of a shot there and pick up that foul.
We'll have Borowski come out, so that gives up a lot of speed for the Mavericks, but they're going to go with the bigger lineup here. So they're going to have Hill and Mathis on at the same time. It's the first time we've seen this alignment tonight. Shot up, no good. Rebound. Mathis had a hand on it, but it's tipped out far to Greer. Shot up from Kaylee Trump, leaves it short. Rebound brought down by Hill. The Mavericks going to have a jump ball, and that's going to stay on this end with the Cavaliers.
Well, with those two on the floor, it should pay dividends under the basket. Should pay dividends on the post game and in rebounding.
Yeah, a lot of length here for the Mavericks on right now, and there's that length right there as Ava Dunlap's able to get up and get that one. And she's probably the shortest player on the court for the Mavericks right now, but still goes about 5'7", and on this end can't get it to go. Actually, Mary Beth's out there. She's just a tad bit under that. But you have a lot of length here with Maya Dunlap, Leah Hill, and Abby Mathis on the court at the same time.
It's difficult spacing on that pass there. It's a difficult pass to make.
45 seconds and ticking with a 5-point lead for the Mavericks in the third quarter. Kelly Trump drives against Mathis, able to get a layup scooped up from her left hand and gets it to go. So that cuts it to a 3-point lead now. And it'll be the freshman Dunlap having to bring the ball down the court. And the ball's poked away. She's able to get a hand back on it and get it back across the timeline. Goes over to Hill, passes a little low, and that pass knocked away. Mavericks in a little bit of discombobulation here without one of their field generals on the floor. And that ball over to Kaylee Trump, 3 in the air, and got it. And it's going to tie things at 34 with 7 seconds to play in the third quarter. Mavericks going to have to be in a hurry here. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2, 1. Going to get a shot up, and too strong off the backboard, and that's going to be 34-34 here at the third. Heading into the fourth quarter, everything all tied up.
Passes. The pass, a couple possessions for James Rowe, you've seen passes being thrown to the feet of the receiving player, really low between the knees and the feet. You've seen passes being made directly into the arms of the defender players. Take a little second, protect the basketball.
We'll take a break, be right back.
Okay, we're coming back.
Ready?
Yep.
All right, back getting ready to start the fourth quarter. Everything all tied up here at 34. This game has been as advertised coming in.
They need to look at it like it's an 8-minute ball game here. James Monroe needs to make sure they protect the basketball, make smart passes.
We're going to have Borowski back on the court.
I mentioned the boomerang when we were off air. James Monroe, in playing Mercer Christian Academy, is playing a team that defends the passing lanes as well as they do. And that's saying something, because James Monroe just vacuums everything up that once the ball's in the air. You know, they defend the passing lanes so well. And this Mercer Christian team is just about as good as they are at it.
Pass into Borowski, should be picked up by Kaylee Trump, comes over to Ava Dunlap, gets a pass in, that's deflected, but to Borowski, shot up and a foul, and it'll be Borowski heading to the line. Borowski in a fortunate position there as that ball caromed off of one of the Cavaliers' hands and right to her.
Yeah, right to her. It almost turned in just a pass as though she was cutting play and she was cutting to the basket, and fortuitous.
Shot in the air, and that one's short, a wee bit short.
I'd like to see her at least get one here, because if the lead, that could make a difference in a 1 or 2 possession game coming into the end here.
And that one goes off the left side, and a long rebound out of bounds. It stays with the Mavericks. So 0 for 2 on the trip to the foul line, but they do retain possession, and they'll have it here in the corner.
That's good. I'd like to see.
Pass goes in, and that's stripped away. A turnover on the inbound. Kaylee Trump able to get a hand in that. She gets it over to Karras, and now up to Martin. Martin thinks about the shot, and it goes in the corner box. Bot's going to put it on the floor. Drives, can't get it to go off the front of the rim. And ball's on the ground. She's going to knock it off of Hill's leg out of bounds, and it'll be Cavalier ball underneath the basket.
It's almost like they heard me talking about defending the passing lanes there. I hate to see that come true.
Pass into Kaylee Trump, back to Karras. Gets a pass all the way over to Botts. Shot up from the high post. That one's short. Rebound long out to Maya Dunlap. Gets it up to Meadows. Meadows going to stop. Pushes up a three off the back iron. Rebound by Borowski. Scores!
Good position there by Borowski.
Borowski coming alive here.
I think that was his longest span without a score.
Goes out to Kaylee Trump. She's going to push up a three from straight away. It goes all around, can't find the bottom of the net, and it's going to be a rebound out to Maya Dunlap. Dunlap doing a lot of work here on the boards as well. We talked about Hill.
Turned into de facto point guard here.
And she's going to take it all the way in. Now turns back around to Meadows. Meadows drives and draws another foul on the shot, and she'll be walking to the line for two more.
Yeah, my heart stopped at that pass, but that was really a smart pass because, the defense, she drilled around that ball so long, and the defense had sort of pulled itself over there to that right block. And there came Hill just cruising down the lane.
That's going to be the second foul on Abby Greer, and the shot on the way. And roll, bounce out. Everywhere but down. And you're going to have Abby Greer check out, and Abby Tufts come back in.
Certainly not typical from the free throw line. Here the past few opportunities James Rose had.
Second shot for Meadows, and got it.
James Rose built up now back to a 3-point lead with 6 minutes, 45 seconds left. I see him get a defensive stop here.
And there, Botts drives in, scoops the shot up, but can't get to go. And there's Ava Dunlap with another rebound. Gets it up to Mary Beth, drives in, pass over to Borowski, and scores in the foul. It'll be a and one situation coming here. That's a 5-point lead now for the Mavericks, 39-34.
Very fortunate to be able to put themselves in a position to be able to pick up those fouls.
Borowski shot on the way and got the roll on that one, so she's able to cash in on that old-fashioned three-point play, and it'll be a 6-point lead now. Just like that, the Mavericks have built out back to 6. Hand off to Kaylee Trump. Thinks about that three. Now she's going to put it on the floor. Drives into the lane. Shot up over a couple of Mavericks and gets it to go. Put that up over Maya Dunlap and Aaliyah Hill. Tough shot, and she's able to get it to drop. Mary Beth drives all the way in with a right-handed layup and gets that one to go.
I told Maggie, look, I can do that too. And that's not something you see every day from her.
It'll be over to Karras Trump. She passes into Bailey Martin, back out to Kaylee Trump. Now Karras controls at the top of the key. Looking for Botts, but Mary Beth denies, and it's a pass into Martin, but it's taken away by Maya Dunlap. She's going to drive in, and that ball's tipped away at the back end. It's going to be out of bounds back to the Mavericks as Kaylee Trump was able to run down the freshman and knock it away.
I'll tell you, the poor passing bug seems to have passed from James Monroe to the girls from Mercer Christian here the past couple of minutes. It's good to see.
Pass into Borowski, but that one just a little bit hard to handle. Came in low, and we're going to get a timeout after the trap, so it'll be Cavalier ball on the turnover. Maybe the second time we've seen a turnover on an inbounds play just in the past few minutes on this end. Heavy pressure coming from that Cavalier defense.
Yeah, and it's hard to catch those passes when they're somewhere between your ankles and your big toes.
Yeah, we got a full timeout here, so we're going to take a break with it, and we'll be right back. 5:27 to play after the timeout. It's 42 to 36. Mavericks with that 6-point lead. And it's Cavalier ball as they pass into Botts. And she walks down over midcourt.
As James Monroe right now, just play good, solid defense and do anything you can other than put them on the free throw line and let them score with the clock stopped.
And some contact there, but it's going to end up out of bounds to the Mavericks. So successful defensive possession.
Yeah, I believe she stepped on the line when she was going out to save it there. Now Mercer Christian token pressure on the inbounds play, just leave pressure on the ball. Everybody else get back.
5 to play. Mavericks with a 6-point lead. And Borowski's going to drive in, shot up underneath and got it. You can contain Maggie Borowski, but you can't shut her down for an entire game, and that's what she's showing right here as she's come out and scored 11 points in this half after 2 in the first. Kaylee Trump drives in left side, and it's going to be a foul. I think that's going to be called on Ava Dunlap.
Yeah, I can tell from her body language, she certainly thinks it's her.
And it is. First team foul for the Mavericks in the quarter as they have built out an 8-point lead.
I'll tell you, that was mostly, if not all, ball there.
And first shot up and got it.
That's what we don't want right now. We don't want Mercer Christian to be able to score with the clock stopped.
Second shot up, rolls around, and she got them both.
Now heavy pressure on the inbounds play from Mercer Christian.
Gets to Borowski. Borowski has to give it up and finds Dunlap, and Dunlap makes a dangerous pass down the court.
Yes,
but Mathis able to step up there and draw some contact on it.
Well, there was a completely unguarded James Monroe player. There's one defender and 2 players there. And anyway, see what happens on the inbounds. Oh, my goodness.
Meta's wide open in the corner and can't find it. Rebound brought down by Trump, and she loses it as she falls down. She was wrestling Mathis for it and had to wrestle her so much that she ended up tripping. And rebound, can't get a shot to drop, and finally Abby Mathis puts it in after a 4 offensive rebound. That's an 8-point lead again for the Mavericks, 46 to 38. Sloppy but effective. They get a screen as Botts goes into the left side, gives it up to Martin. Martin denied, just tried to go back to Kaylee Trump. Now she loses her dribble, hounded there. Now a trap set up by the Mavericks, and we're going to get a whistle and a timeout.
I was waiting on somebody to show something. Yeah, that last possession there, that killed the team's field goal percentage.
Yeah, full timeout. We're going to stay here with this as it comes through. So we have about 4 minutes left to play, half of the fourth quarter. Mavericks with an 8-point lead, which equals the largest lead of the night. So what are you thinking if you're this Cavalier team, Jamie?
I'm thinking we've got plenty of time left. We've seen the pendulum swing back and forth. I would just continue to defend the passing lanes like they have in the past. I would back off pressure in the inbounds play. They've not had any success with that. I would maybe put pressure on the ball and let the rest of it go, and just back up and play for a defensive rebound.
Now, do you think the Mavericks should keep playing hard or kind of drop back and eat up some time?
I don't think they've got enough of a lead to be able to do that against this team.
Okay.
Yeah, this team able to score some points in a hurry if they're able to get a couple of 3-pointers up from Kaylee Trump or Karras.
I think they've done well enough creating turnovers and getting defensive rebounds that they should just pack it in, not change anything they've done thus far.
We'll come out with the same look. It's going to be Abby Mathis on the court. Let's go along with Borowski, Meadows, and the 2 Dunlaps. Karras Trump thought about the 3, gave up her dribble. Now she has to get it back out to Kaylee. Kaylee guarded tightly by Borowski. She hands off the Botts. Botts comes back to the top of the key to Karras. Looking for that 3, I believe, is what's going on here. Making a lot of passes, not trying to get this inside. And it's going to be Botts who's going to drive left side, gets it back out to Karras Trump. She's going to drive into the lane now underneath and can't get it to go. Good defense there by the Mavericks as they routed her around the way she didn't want to go, cut off that left side at approach, and made her go to the reverse. And now it's going to be Meadows drives in, shot up and good.
Yeah, that I think Mercer Griffin was trying to get isolation and through screens and wind up with the ball handler undefended.
10-point lead as we cross the 3-minute play mark. Watts finds Greer wide open, and Greer able to put it in.
Nothing you can do about that.
Now Maya Dunlap has the ball on the left side, gets it into Borowski. Mid-range jumper up and cashed in. Borowski on a tear here in this second half.
Talk about some really, really good unselfish play there, both ends of the court, either side, and both of them created points for the respective teams. That was a beautiful pass to Borowski, and she has such a sweet shot from that mid-range jump shot.
Karis Trump works over into the baseline on the right side. Gets a fed pass into Kaylee and can't get it to go. Rebound brought out by Mathis and finds Meadows. They're 2:20 to play. The Mavericks have a 10-point lead in the ball as Meadows drives in, too strong, and the Cavaliers are able to bring out that rebound. 2 minutes to play and some change. It might be a good time for the Mavericks to start looking to slow some of these offensive possessions down with this 10-point lead now. And we're going to have a whistle on this end.
James Monroe really lucky that wasn't called a defensive foul there.
Going to have Mathis come out and go with a little bit quicker lineup with Hill in. And they get it into Martin, back out to Karis Trump, 3 up and got it. 7-point lead now here for the Mavericks, 43-50 with 2 to play exactly.
Well, they don't need to let that. It's exactly the right thing to do right there. Slow it all down. It's just 3 points. That's all it was.
Not bringing defense out on Meadows. They were able to eat up about 10 seconds right there, just holding the ball. And they go back to Dunlap, and they're going to make the Cavaliers come out and play defense away from the basket now and put some pressure on before they're willing to run this ball. And they're going into a weave now as she calls Dunlap into the set.
I believe that was predetermined at the 2-minute mark if they were sitting on a lead like this.
Now notice who's not in this weave is Borowski. She's moving without the ball, and they're finally going to foul Meadows. I think they were trying to look to maybe set up something to get Borowski open as they forgot about her as they ran that weave, but they went ahead and fouled.
Could have done that or even set up screen away from the ball for Maggie to break free there.
Mavericks able to eat up about 30 seconds on that before the foul, though, and now a minute 26 to play.
Good coaching decision there.
Shot up from Meadows and got the first.
Because I discovered recently that you cannot score if you don't have possession of the ball.
Shot up and got the second one.
I'd say that's a pro tip.
Meadows has been pretty good from the line here tonight. She's got 5 from there. Pass over to Karis. Tries to get it into the corner to Martin, and that's taken away, and it's Borowski able to use her speed to get out in front. Kaylee Trump almost took that. Borowski gets a shot up, no good. Long rebound out to Meadows.
And right back out we go.
And a minute to play. 9-point lead here, and it doesn't look like Mercer Christian's looking to foul.
Mary Beth used her head for more than a hat right there, getting that ball back out and reestablishing the delayed game.
And we're 15 seconds into this possession now. Still no foul. I think the Cavaliers are getting ready to concede this. And an unforced error there as the ball kicks off of Maya Dunlap's foot and out of bounds, but able to eat up almost half of the remaining clock on that possession. Just a 9-point lead. I'm surprised we didn't see some fouls.
I'll tell you, the final score of this game is not going to reflect this game.
And a foul on this end. It'll be a floor foul. First against the Mavericks, or second against the Mavericks for the quarter. And they're going to say Noah is in the act of shooting, so she's going to get the 2 shots. Left-handed shot up and good.
Now watch those lefties.
Brings it to a 6-point lead. Or sorry, an 8-point lead. Second shot up and good. Now it's 7. And we're going to get a timeout. What do we? Oh, they're going to say that was a 3-point attempt? So she's going to get a third?
I wasn't even watching. I was looking down when the incident in question occurred, so I couldn't tell you.
All right, well, here we go with the third one, and it's up and can't get it to go, so it doesn't really make a difference. It's going to be Maya Dunlap facing 3 defenders, and they're going to foul her with 23.6 to play, and it'll be 2 shots down here as the Cavaliers are in the bonus.
I'm not sure what the logic in waiting that long to start fouling is.
That is the 3rd foul on Haley Trump. And the shot on the way from the freshman Dunlap, and it's in.
Stay up.
It looks like the girls going to survive this
And got that one to go.
challenge. It should be a big boost to their confidence because it's not like they came in here and got off of their losing streak by beating the cream puff.
This is a challenging game, and a rejection there on the 3-point shot by Bailey. Bailey Martin. That was, I believe, Maya Dunlap who got a hand up on that. Second attempt up, just 4 seconds to play now. Going to get one last shot in the air and can't get it to go. And your final score here is the Mavericks able to get back in the win column against neighboring rival Mercer Christian with a 54-45 victory. We're going to take a break and be right back on the other side with stats and interviews.
What's that mean? What do you want to do? Turn it down?
Whole game I was looking at him. When I get up there, I'll turn it on.
He does stats after the game.
I think it was Abby's best game of the year.
She did good.
She didn't foul.
Yeah.
Those girls could shoot over and underneath. She keeps getting better like that. Damn, but I gotta stay over here so they don't walk by.
We don't have any weights.
I don't think I have. I got that sound going in.
Did you send somebody down there?
All right, we are back. Mavericks able to get back in the win column here tonight as they're able to defeat a pretty talented Mercer Christian Cavalier group. And that's coming off of a 3-game skid from the Mavericks where they really faced some tough competition, a couple of AA powers.
Yeah, and as you said before, going into the break there, I'm glad that they were able to rebound and break that little short losing streak there against a good quality team. It should any of those doubts that might have been creeping into the girls' minds should have been answered by beating beating this team as opposed to a team that they could have just rolled over.
And we've got 2 players of the game walking up here right now in Mary Beth Meadows and Maggie Borowski. Let me get the microphone on them. All right.
Well, all right.
All right, we got Maggie up here first. Maggie, you came into tonight's game and had trouble finding any points in the first half. It really came on in the second. I think you finished with 15-13 in the second half. What was different from one to the other?
I think at first, I wasn't hitting, but I finally, realized in the second half I just need to drive and take it in and be more physical.
You guys did really well on the boards tonight. Don't have numbers, but everybody was getting involved in that. A lot of second chance points. What do you think leads to that? You're a long team, but it's got to be more than that. So,
can you say that one more time?
Your rebounds for the on the offensive end, especially. What do you guys do to set yourselves up for that?
Well, I think once we realize that we're scoring more off rebounds and being more aggressive, I think that makes us want to get in there more.
We noticed in the first half, people probably got sick of hearing me say it, the fast break, the easy points you guys would typically get off fast break, it wasn't happening tonight.
Mm-mm.
And some adjustments were made. Some of the maybe more contested fast breaks you would have had, you would have taken a chance on in the past. This time y'all pulled it back and ran your offense a little more.
Yeah.
Was that hard to get used to? Not just seeing the big bullseye up there from three-quarter court and thinking I've got to get there.
It definitely takes time because we're usually not used to playing teams that have a quick of a team as us. But
that's just what we're. If anybody was playing a mirror image of James Monroe girls defending the passing lanes, it was them tonight. But you guys adjusted. Obviously you're going to have a little bit of trouble with it. I didn't see.
I think we're playing, then we always know that that's usually going to happen. So we usually takes time to adjust, but we usually get there.
And we'll get to Mary Beth. I'm going to ask you the same questions. You'll have time to get ready for this. But you guys just came off those tournament games, tough competition you faced up there. How does that – I've asked the boys this before because they've played some of these tough competitions before, but how does those type of games help you down the road when you have to face those Wyoming Easts and Nicholas counties?
Definitely makes us work harder. So I think that when we get in games where it's not as high as competition, it's definitely easier to work as a team and move the ball around.
That's great. 15 points here tonight for Maggie. We're going to get Mary Beth on and get her. Let me just get her microphone up there.
Is it loud?
Okay, you got it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. You came out tonight pretty quick off. You hit that three-pointer straight off, I think, first possession of the game. You ended up with 20 points tonight, and a lot of that you found driving to the hoop. So what was going on tonight? What did you see? Usually, the past few games you've been a facilitator a lot, but tonight you were really getting into the paint.
Yeah, you could tell that they were keen on Maggie and how she always gets to the basket good. So when she's not open, she gets it to me and gets me to be able to get to the basket. So that was a big part of it.
Yeah. How many assists did she have?
I don't know right off. I have to find out when we get the official stats after the game. It was quite a few.
Yeah, between both of you, the assists and a lot of the rebounds from the other girls, second chance points, were coming, particularly opportunity time, right? All your points came in the second half, and you all game long, from the beginning, pretty much till the end, and also getting a lot, not just driving, but getting a lot of some people setting you up with some easy passes, good passes.
Let's ask you that same question. The tough schedule you've played the past couple of weeks. How do you think that's helped you tonight and down the road as you get back into more regional play?
Well, we've played a lot of close games recently, and I think it's been able to help us a lot when we are in those close games, learning how to pick up the pace and learn how to get ahead instead of staying with the team. So I think that really helped us tonight.
I know what I was going to ask you now. I didn't ask her that. It's just don't run there. You'll get old one day. This will happen to you. In terms of coming back off of those losses and having to play a team tonight, benefit do you think it has playing a competitive team like this as opposed to just some speed bump that is no challenge to you guys at all?
Well, definitely in the past few days we've played a lot of tough teams, and when we play a little bit easier teams, we know that we can all go out there and score 20 points, but we know that it's the making the extra pass or getting the extra rebound that'll get us to be able to win these closer games. So I think that's the main thing that we've been working on.
It's a quick turnaround. You guys are back in action tomorrow night, right? Right here against Tazewell. They're going to be coming in. Don't know exactly what time that game is supposed to tip.
I think 7.
7 o'clock. Okay, I think it's a varsity only for anybody who wants to show up and cheer them on in person tomorrow. But until then, that's going to do it for us here tonight as the Mavericks able to get a victory over a really good Mercer Christian team. 15 points from Maggie Borowski, 20 points from Mary Beth Metazera, players of the game. And that's going to do it for us here tonight. Boomer Yancey, Brian Allen, and Jamie Coulter. And we'll see you on the next one.